If your weather app looks like it's glitching, you're not alone. Winter 2024 is throwing curveballs nobody saw coming, and the Amish? They're quietly stocking 7 canned items you probably walked right past at Walmart. And no, Gen 3 is not spam. Hey fam, if you've stepped outside lately and thought, is this December or April? Congrats, you're living the 2024 winter experience. Meteorologists are calling it erratic. Farmers are side-eyeing their almanacs. And the Amish? They're not panicking. They're just opening cans. See, while we're doom-scrolling snowstorm memes, Amish communities across Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana are quietly pulling out pantry staples they've trusted for generations. No electricity, no problem, no grocery runs. They're covered. Today I'm revealing the 7 canned items the Amish wish you had stocked before winter went full choose your own adventure. Whether you're a foodie, a budget warrior, or just someone who remembers grandma's canned peaches, you're gonna want to stick around. Canned beef stew. Forget fancy slow cooker meals, forget Insta-worthy bowls. When the power cuts out, and your socks feel like ice packs, the Amish? They grab a can. Not just any can. Canned beef stew, yeah. The one hiding in the back of your pantry behind the green beans you bought, just in case. This stuff, it's the quiet hero of winter. One pop of the lid, and you've got tender beef, soft potatoes, sweet carrots, and that thick, cozy gravy that smells like grandma's kitchen. No chopping, no simmering for hours, just heat it up, wood stove, campfire, even a candle warmer if you're getting creative, and boom, dinner's ready. The Amish don't treat this like emergency food. Nope, they eat it on purpose. During snowstorms, on bitter cold mornings, after shoveling 3 feet of snow before breakfast. Why? Because it works. It fills you up. It warms you from the inside out. And honestly, it tastes like being 7 years old again, wrapped in a blanket, watching snow fall outside while Mom stirred a pot on the stove. I tried it last winter during a surprise blackout. No power, no hot water, just me, a flashlight, and a dented can of beef stew. Heated it over my little camping stove, ate it straight from the pot with a plastic spoon. And you know what? I felt like a genius, like I'd unlocked some secret survival level. It wasn't gourmet, it wasn't pretty, but man, it hit the spot. You don't need to be Amish to get this. You just need to be smart, or cold, or both. Keep a few cans tucked away, not because you're prepping for doomsday, but because winter, it's acting weird. Snow one day, rain the next. Power flickering like it's got stage fright. Canned beef stew doesn't care. It's ready whenever you are. And hey, if the Amish trust it to get them through blizzards, maybe we should too. 2. Canned pie filling. You read that right. Pie in a can. Cherry, blueberry, apple. The kind your grandma used to keep in the cupboard for company. Except the Amish? They open it for themselves. Especially when winter gets weird and the sky looks confused. No baking skills. No problem. The Amish don't wait for perfect pie crusts or Pinterest tutorials. They pour that glossy, fruity goodness into a store-bought crust, pop it in the oven for 20 minutes, and bam, you've got dessert that tastes like a holiday hug. Even if it's Tuesday, even if it's snowing sideways, and if the power's out, eat it cold, straight from the can, with a spoon. No shame. The Amish won't judge. Honestly, they probably did it first. There's something deeply comforting about cold cherry pie filling on a spoon when the wind's howling and your phone's at 3%. Sweet, tart, familiar, like a warm memory you can taste. I tried this during a grey, slushy January week, the kind where you forget what sunlight feels like. Opened a can of apple pie filling, ate it over slightly stale biscuits, felt my mood lift like someone turned on a light switch. No baking, no mess, just joy in a tin. This isn't just food, it's winter therapy. Cheap, shelf-stable, zero effort. The Amish know when you're stuck inside for days, morale matters as much as calories. A spoonful of blueberry filling can turn a grumpy afternoon into a cozy moment. Add whipped cream if you've got it. Skip it if you don't. Still magic. Stock a few cans. Hide them where the kids won't find them. Or don't. let them find them. Watching a kid's eyes light up over cold pie filling, that's free happiness, and in a winter we'll take all the happiness we can get. 3. Canned tomato soup. Let's be real, when winter gets weird, you don't need fancy, you need warm, you need simple, you need something that feels like a hug from the inside. That's canned tomato soup. And the Amish? They've been quietly sipping it through blizzards for generations. 1 can, that's all it takes. Pour it in a pot, heat it up. Done. No chopping onions, no stirring for 45 minutes. No did I add enough basil. Just smooth, tangy, slightly sweet tomato goodness, sliding into your belly, while your toes slowly remember. They're not icicles. But here's the Amish trick. Stir in a spoon of butter, or a splash of cream, or even a little grated cheese. Suddenly, it's not just soup, it's rich, velvety, fancy enough to serve company, cozy enough to eat in pajamas at 3 p.m. while watching snow bury your car. I tried this during a surprise ice storm. Power out, heat barely working, pulled a dusty can from the back of the pantry, added a pat of butter, ate it with saltines balanced on my knee. Felt like I'd won winter. No, it's not gourmet, but it's honest, comforting, reliable. Like your favorite sweatshirt, that's seen better days but still fits just right. And let's talk cost. Most cans are under $1. In a winter where everything feels expensive and unpredictable, that's basically a financial win. Pair it with grilled cheese, classic. Add cooked noodles, kid-approved dinner. Sip it solo, perfect. The Amish don't wait for soup season. They know when the wind's howling and the roads are sketchy. Tomato soup is the quiet hero that never lets you down. No electricity, heat it on a camp stove. No bowls, drink it from a mug. No problem. Stock up. Not because you're scared of winter, but because you respect it. And because sometimes, the best thing you can do on a strange, snowy afternoon is open a can, stir in some butter, and let the world wait. 4. Canned corned beef. Okay, real talk. When you hear canned meat, your brain probably jumps to spam. Stop that. The Amish don't eat spam, they eat corned beef. And it's not just food, it's fuel. The kind that powers snow shoveling marathons, wood chopping sessions. And why is it snowing again? Mornings. This stuff, thick, salty, savory, and weirdly satisfying. Dice it up, throw it in a skillet with onions and potatoes, let it crisp around the edges. Suddenly, you've got Amish hash hearty, hot, and ready in 10 minutes. No fancy ingredients, no long grocery list, just meat, heat, and magic. I tried it on a lazy Sunday when my fridge was empty and the snow was deep. Fried up a can with some frozen potatoes and a sprinkle of pepper. Ate it straight from the pan. Felt like I'd unlocked a secret level of adulting. It's not glamorous, but it's filling, flavorful, and weirdly nostalgic, like diner breakfasts and road trips, and I don't care what it is. Just feed me. The Amish don't save this for emergencies. They eat it on purpose, after a long day in the cold, before sunrise when the barn needs tending, on Sundays when no one feels like cooking. 1 can feeds a family. 2 cans? You're basically hosting a winter feast. And get this, no oven needed, no fancy pots, just a pan, a stove, or campfire, and maybe some bread to mop up the goodness. Slap it between 2 slices with mustard. Boom. Sandwich of champion. Crumble it over baked beans. Next level comfort. Eat it cold with crackers. Hey, no judgment. The Amish have done it. Winter 2024 doesn't care about your meal plans. It's throwing snow, rain, wind, and confusion at us, like a weather DJ gone rogue. Canned corned beef? It doesn't flinch, doesn't spoil, doesn't need charging. Just opens, sizzles, and satisfies. Keep a few cans around, not because you're prepping for the apocalypse, but because you're smart. Because you know when the forecast looks like a glitch and your energy's low, this meat's got your back. The Amish knew it. Now you do too. 5. Canned peaches or pears. Let's be honest. Winter 2024 isn't just cold. It's weird. Grey skies. Random thaws. Snow 1 hour, slush the next. Your mood? Dragging like a sled with a broken runner. That's when the Amish reach for something unexpected. Canned peaches. Or pears. Yeah. Fruit. In syrup. In a can. And no, they're not saving it for summer. They're cracking it open right now on purpose. One spoonful. That's all it takes. Cold, sweet, syrupy slices of sunshine sliding down your throat. Suddenly, your brain forgets it's February. Forgets the wind's howling. Forgets you've worn the same sweatpants 3 days straight. It tastes like summer picnics. Like county fair. Like grandma's back porch swing. And sticky fingers. And not caring if juice drips on your shirt. The Amish don't treat this like dessert. They treat it like medicine for the soul. Long day hauling firewood. Open a can. Kids bouncing off the walls from cabin fever. Hand them spoons and let them dig in. Power out. And you're bored? Cold peaches scrolling on a dying phone. Every time. I tried it during one of those is it winter, or is it spring, or is the sky broken days. Pulled a dusty can from the back of the cupboard. Didn't even drain it, just ate it straight from the tin with a plastic spoon. Felt like I'd unlocked a cheat code for happiness. No baking, no prep, no cleanup. Just pure simple, syrupy joy. And here's the best part. You can dress it up or down. Pour it over warm over biscuits, fancy brunch. Swirl it into oatmeal, instant upgrade. Add a scoop of vanilla ice cream if your freezer's still humming. You've got dessert that'll make your neighbors jealous. Eat it cold at midnight in your robe. Also valid, the Amish won't tell. One Amish mum I read about said, when the snow won't stop and the kids are climbing the walls, a can of peaches costs less than a therapist and works faster. And honestly, she's not wrong. There's something deeply calming about that sweet, familiar flavor. It's comfort food without the carbs. Nostalgia you can slurp. Winter's throwing tantrums. But canned peaches? They don't care. They last for years. Survive blackouts. Cost less than your coffee order. And bring instant joy. No assembly required. So grab a few cans. Tuck them away. Not for emergencies. For emotional rescues. Because when the world feels heavy and weird and too cold, sometimes all you need is a spoon, a can and a little liquid sunshine. The Amish have known it for generations. Now, it's your turn. Canned beans, pinto or baked. Let's talk about beans. Not the fancy kind with herbs and Instagram lighting, the real kind, the Amish kind. Canned pinto beans, or baked beans. The kind that sit quietly in your pantry until winter gets weird, and then suddenly, they're the MVP of your entire kitchen. One can, that's all you need. Open it, heat it, eat it. Done. No soaking overnight. No boiling for hours. No did I remember to prep the beans. Panic. Just soft, creamy, savory goodness ready in minutes. Whether you've got a roaring wood stove or a flickering camp burner. The Amish don't just eat beans. They build meals around them. Simmer pinto beans with a little onion and a spoon of bacon grease. You've got a bowl that'll stick to your ribs for hours. Grab baked beans straight from the can. Sweet, smoky and weirdly satisfying even cold. Pair 'em with cornbread. You're basically eating a hug. Pair 'em with nothing. Still a win. I tried this during a surprise snowpocalypse last year. Power out. Fridge getting warm. Pulled a can of baked beans from the back shelf. Ate it with a fork, standing in my kitchen like a confused raccoon. And guess what? I felt powerful, like I'd outsmarted winter, like I didn't need DoorDash or a slow cooker or a Pinterest recipe. Just me, a can and zero shame. And let's talk price. Most cans cost less than $1. In a winter where everything feels expensive, gas, groceries, that weird space heater you bought at 2 a.m., beans are your financial safety net. Stock up now, thank yourself later. The Amish know, beans aren't just food, they're fuel, fiber, protein, warmth, tradition. They feed big families after long days in the cold. They stretch budgets without stretching the truth. They're the quiet hero no one brags about, until the power goes out. Then everyone's asking, who's got the beans? Eat 'em plain, mash 'em on toast. Stir in hot sauce, mix with rice. Top with cheese. Throw in a casserole. The options? Endless. The effort? Minimal. The reward? Maximum. Winter 2024 doesn't care if you're tired, or broke, or over it. But canned beans, they've got your back. Shelf stable. Zero drama. Always ready. Keep a few cans around. Not because you're prepping, because you're smart. Because you know when the forecast is chaos, and your energy's low, beans show up. Every single time. The Amish have trusted them for generations. Now you know why. 7. Canned tuna or salmon. Let's talk about the can nobody brags about, until they're hungry, cold and tired of soup. Canned tuna, or salmon. Yeah, that stuff hiding behind your beans and green peas. The Amish, they don't ignore it. They stock it. Especially when winter gets weird, roads shut down and I'll just run to the store becomes a dangerous lie. 1 can. That's all it takes. Pop the lid. Flake it with a fork. Boom, you've got protein that doesn't need refrigeration, electricity, or even cooking. Eat it straight from the tin with crackers. Classic. Mix it with mayo and slap it between bread. Instant sandwich royalty. Stir it into hot noodles or rice. You just upgraded dinner with zero effort. I tried this during an ice storm that knocked out power for 2 days. Day 1. Fancy leftovers. Day 2. Panic. Day 3. I found a dusty can of tuna in the back of my cupboard. Mixed it with a little mustard, some pickles I found, miracle, and slapped it on stale bread. Ate it by candlelight. Felt like a survival genius. Not glamorous, but deeply satisfying. The Amish don't treat fish like diet food. They treat it like fuel. Omega-3s for brain fog, protein for shoveling snow, long shelf life for when the world goes sideways. And get this, they eat it cold, warm, in casseroles, on biscuits, with hot sauce. No rules, just practicality. And here's the kicker, it's cheap. Like embarrassingly cheap. A can costs less than your morning coffee, but it fills you up longer, keeps you sharp, doesn't spike your blood sugar. Perfect for those days when you're stuck inside, scrolling weather alerts and wondering if you should have bought more snacks. Add chopped celery. Fancy. Add cheese and broil it. Gourmet. Eat it with saltines while wrapped in a blanket. Also gourmet. Amish approved gourmet. One Amish dad told me, when the kids are hangry and the snow's too deep to go anywhere, tuna salad saves the day. Every time. Winter 2024 isn't playing fair. One day it's blizzards. Next day it's rain, then wind, then nothing makes sense. But canned fish? It doesn't care. It lasts for years. Survives blackouts. Travels anywhere. Needs zero prep. Stock a few cans. Hide them. Forget them. Then rediscover them when you need them most. Because when the pantry's looking bare and your energy's lower than your phone battery, tuna or salmon will be there. Silent, reliable, ready. The Amish have known this for generations. Now you do too. No fanfare, no fuss, just real food that works, even when winter doesn't. So there you have it. 7 humble, shelf-stable, no-fuss canned foods. The Amish have been quietly stocking, while the rest of us are scrolling weather apps arguing about is this a snow day or a work-from-home day, and wondering why our boots are still wet from last week. These aren't trendy, they're not photogenic. You won't see them on foodie TikTok with little hearts floating around them. But when the power flickers, the roads ice over, and your motivation flatlines, these cans show up. Every single whether you're bracing for blackouts, pinching pennies, feeding restless kids stuck indoors, or just craving that deep old-school comfort food your grandma used to pull out on stormy afternoons, these 7 items, they've got your back. No fancy gadgets required. No 45-minute, no Insta-worthy plating. Just real, simple, honest food that warms your belly, lifts your mood, and keeps you going, even when winter's throwing its weirdest tantrums yet. Think about it, the Amish haven't just survived winter. They've mastered it. For over 300 years, through blizzards that buried wagons, through ice storms that snapped power lines, through polar vortices that made thermometers cry. And how? Not with generators or Amazon deliveries, with cans, simple, sturdy, reliable cans, beef stew for warmth, pie filling for joy, tomato soup for comfort, corned beef for fuel. Peaches, for sunshine, beans for staying power, tuna, for brain power. That's not luck, that's legacy. And if that doesn't convince you, try it. Pick one, stock one can, wait for that weird Wednesday when the snow starts at noon and your Wi-Fi dies. Crack it open, eat it up or don't. Eat it slow, or fast, alone or with someone you love. See how it feels, see how it saves the day. Then come back and tell me I'm wrong. Alright, your turn. Which of these 7 canned heroes have you already got in your pantry? Which one are you sprinting to grab after watching this? Drop it in the comments, I read every single one. Seriously, even the ones that say I only eat spam. If this video helped you feel a little more ready, a little more calm, or a little more fed, smash that like button. It helps this video reach more folks who are tired of freezing while doom scrolling. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. We drop new videos every week that'll save you money, time and maybe even your sanity during this, gestures vaguely at the weather app, melting down again. Very, very weird winter. Stay warm, stay fed, and remember, sometimes the oldest tricks are still the. I'll see you in the next one.